You know that feeling when something just isn't right? When the air feels heavy and shadows seem to move on their own? That's exactly what Eli felt when he first stepped into his grandmother's house after her funeral. The old Victorian mansion had always given him the creeps as a kid, but now it was his. All his. The creaking floorboards, the musty smell, the walls that seemed to whisper. They were his inheritance. At first he tried to rationalize the odd occurrences. The doors that would slam shut on windless nights, the sound of footsteps when he was alone, the shadows that darted just outside his vision. But then he found the room. Hidden behind a false wall in the basement, it was filled with things that made his skin crawl. Dolls with pins stuck through them, jars filled with, well, he didn't want to know what was in them. And there, on a dusty altar, lay his grandmother's grimoire, a book bound in what looked suspiciously like human leather. The pages were filled with symbols that made his eyes hurt, and rituals written in his grandmother's careful handwriting. That's when the truth hit him. His sweet cookie-baking grandmother had been a practitioner of the darkest voodoo arts. The house wasn't just old. It was a prison for spirits she had bound through decades of dark magic. They came for him at night. First as whispers, then as screams. They clawed at his skin while he slept, leaving marks he couldn't explain. They showed him visions that made him question his sanity. He tried everything. Sage burning, holy water, even attempting counter-rituals from his grandmother's book. But nothing worked. The spirits weren't just haunting the house, they were claiming it and him along with it. He tried to leave, but something always pulled him back. It was like the house itself had sunk its claws into his soul. Now he sits in his grandmother's old rocking chair, watching new families tour the house, knowing they'll never buy it, because he's become part of it now. Just another spirit bound to these walls, waiting for the next keeper of his grandmother's dark legacy. Some inheritances, you see, come with strings attached, and some strings are made to strangle.